Hey, what's up YouTube? Travis here. I have a little bit of a different video for you today. I'm in my shop and I want to share a slightly different hobby with you. Instead of pipes and cigars and tobacco today, I'm showing you a recent purchase I made at the end of the summer, beginning of the fall last year. It is an old mower from I believe the 1960s. It's a riding lawn mower called a Yazoo, and I don't know everything about them yet, so I'm not going to try to talk about that. I just want to introduce you to the mower because I'm going to make a few videos as I try to get this mower into better running shape. It does run now. I have cut my lawn with it about 3 or 4 times at the end of the last season. I have about 2 to 2.5 acres of grass to mow, but it's been a really fun purchase, a fun find, and I'm looking forward to getting in and working on it. So I'll kind of talk a little bit about it as I introduce you to it. So turning around. All right, there it is. Hopefully the lighting is okay. It is a Yazoo riding mower. I believe they were first built in the 1950s, and they were built into the 80s, I believe, with some changes, but the unique thing about these mowers is that they have a front deck, they have only 3 wheels, and they were considered one of the first style of zero-turn mowers. Now, this is not perfectly zero-turn, but it can pretty much turn around a 5-gallon bucket if you turn it as hard as possible. So we'll go in and take a look at a few things. So I have a good look here. Notice it has one rear wheel that's used for steering. Take a look at the steering wheel right there and come down. Right at the bottom of the steering column, there's a chain that goes back underneath the seat, and that is what controls the rear wheel. In the front, there are 2 large wheels that power and drive the mower. The engine is connected to a transaxle to deliver the power to these wheels or these tires, and then that is what causes the mower to go forwards or backwards. This is a 60-inch or a 5-foot deck. It is not in great shape, but it is not in horrible shape. The protective guard that at one time went all the way around the bottom is gone, so that makes it a little bit less safe. But it functions, and I don't have any small children, and I try not to be stupid about it myself, so I try to do things safely with that. Let's come around here to the engine. The engine is an old Wisconsin engine, and you can see at one time there's a lot of information on this tag, and about the only word I can make out anymore on it is Wisconsin. To the best of my ability, I've determined that this is an old 2-cylinder, of course, Wisconsin engine. I believe it is their TJD model. That was one of the models of engines that were used on these mowers. There's not a lot about them online. There's a few YouTube videos out about them. There's a gentleman, and I believe he's living in Germany now, has one. He's done a lot of great videos, and it's helped me learn a lot about my mower. But I'm trying to share a little bit as well. Other things to say, it pretty much has 2 speeds and 2 gears. It can go forward or reverse. I guess there's a third. It can be a neutral as well. It has a high forward and a low forward. Right now, one of those 2 gears, and I'm not sure which one, isn't functioning because when I put it into a separate gear, it won't move. So I can go forward, but just at 1 speed. And whichever speed I'm in is fast enough for me because this thing boogies around pretty quick. And if you take a turn at full speed, it can be a little bit unnerving. You kind of feel like you're about to get whipped off the back end of this. You can see just a couple of the parts. So you have the exhaust muffler there, the air cleaner, and the air intake there. We have the distributor down here. Underneath, I'm not sure how well the light's coming in. That's the oil fill and oil check cap, and then there's a drain plug. A couple of drain plugs there. It's very dirty. I haven't done any cleaning to this yet. Like I said, I got it at the end of last season and didn't try to do a whole lot with it. I don't believe that this is the original fuel tank, just based on pictures of what other fuel tanks look like. But it is functioning fine for me here. There's a fuel filter there on the front. I believe the ignition coil, I believe it's the ignition coil, is over on the right side. The older models of these engines used Magneto starters, but I do not believe that's what this one contains. I honestly can't tell you that I know that for sure, as I'm continuing to learn about this. I know very little about it. But it's been a lot of fun to kind of mess around with and kind of get used to handling it. Now I'm learning a little bit more about the upkeep of this particular rather old mower. So I'm going to try to get it started up. It hasn't, it's sat pretty much the entire winter inside in my shop, so it hasn't been out in the elements. But it hasn't been fired up, so I'll probably need to add a little bit of seafoam to the gas and get it going through, and we'll see how things go. And if I can get it started up, I'll give you a little bit of footage of that so you can hear the engine go. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed just that little tour. If you think you would like more videos about this, let me know. It's kind of fun for me to document this, because as I continue to learn about this and do more with it, it'll probably be beneficial for me to look back at the videos and see how I did things the first time. So that's what you have to look forward to. Sorry about the cat in the way. If you have any information about these mowers, I'd love to hear any stories. Make a video response, PM me, put it in the comments below, because it's really one of those things where information is power here, and it's difficult to get a lot of information about it. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and insight. All right, so I'll be back in a couple minutes, hopefully with the engine running, and it'll be just a split second for you guys. Hey, what's up, guys? Short interruption here. I got it up and fired and running. Last night I put some seafoam in the gas tank, but my battery had died, so I jumped the mower. It took a little bit of time to get the gas through into the carburetor. I didn't do anything fancy like open up the carburetor or spray any engine start or seafoam right into it. But anyway, I took a little bit of footage of that. I'll show that to you right after this, but I'll say goodbye to you. And like I said, if you have any comments about these mowers or know anything about them, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to see a video response or some conversation in the comments. So hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.